right. Hello, hello, hello. We are back again. Hopefully you're all having a good one. Hello, Kick. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. Okay, let's get these chat windows open. Okay. Let's make sure my mic is working. My mic is working. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so I made a few changes, guys. And I think now is the time to, like, we're going to go do some corruption. We're going to go work on some stuff. I'm working on my white balance. I think that's better. My face doesn't look all yellow. Yeah. So we are using a catalyst. Oh, yeah. So I want to see if we want more cast speed or damage. So here's what we got right now. I'm thinking we slam a null portent with attunement. And what we could do, okay, so that's critical strike avoidance 20%. If I put 4 more points into here, yeah, it depends if I want to go the null portent route.
Hello, traveler.
Let's see, let's see. Do I want to go the null portent route? So chance to apply frailty, that's a big one. What would our other option be? Our other option would be, which I do have a max critical strike avoidance. So where would I be? If I don't take... I would have everything except poison. Which hypothetically, I could take care of poison up here. I can put that in there. Oh. Oh, wait, no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Okay, so poison could be taken care of up here.
Do not dwell on regrets.
Yeah, let's try this out for now. I kind of like this idea better. Poison resistance. I like that idea. Vitality. And then let's grab a physical resistance. Oh, wait. No, I don't need poison resistance. What am I thinking? Holy Aura is going to put me at exactly 75. I can live without that. What am I thinking? So I'm going to be 1% less on physical resistance. I think I will be okay. I forgot. Holy Aura. Okay, cool. Let's see. Health. I think that's fine. So look up health idols. I had a couple stashed down here. There we go. I mean, that's cool. the fact that we can get health on that. I think that's really cool. Okay, let's put that in there for now. Let's put that in there for now. Let's hold on to these. Let's put that in there. And then we're going to go down to our final tab. We'll put this, 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 and this. Okay, I do have a wand with max cast speed. Okay. Alright, so we're going to be using Peak. We're using double red ring. Wish I had better red rings. So it's actually a good point. Let's go get some red ring prophecy. Or, well, not red ring, but ring prophecies. And then I need to figure out Death of Boss. That one's always a good one to take. Unique jewelry. I'd do it if it was unique ring. What is this? Just Age of Winter Exalted ring? No. Exalted ring Argentis. We could farm Argentis. I don't. Oh yeah, I'd much rather go kill Jorah. Hearten's Husk. No. Death of Boss. Exile Mage. Boss. Because an Exile Mage is a boss. Okay. Looking like it would be a pretty good visit. Ooh, unique relics. I don't think I need any unique relics. Unique jewelry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll take the Exalted Relics. Chance to end in the storm. No, but we could go farm that timeline. Exalted Rain, no thanks. Okay, there we go. So it's looking like we're going to be paying a visit to Jorah. Oh, another Jorah. Death of Boss. The cool thing about doing Jorah, though, I think we could run, deposit, and come back. Unique jewelry. No, I want unique ring. Unique jewelry, rare enemies with 1 LP or unique ring, any dungeon. Cool. I don't need any unique relics. No, there's no, only Usinis. Even then, I wasn't all that impressed. Okay, let's pick up a few catalysts and then let's get going. Starting to sound like a nice little visit. Ending the storm, kill Lagon. Sure. Give me the book. Give me the book. What? No. What's Give me the book. I want the book. The book. Ooh. And we get to go kill Rage for it. Thank you. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go raise the corruption in one timeline, so I can go to the Rage timeline. I'll like go raise the corruption in my least favorite timeline. We'll go jump ahead there, because I ain't going back. Not if I don't have to. Books. You guys ever heard of the Reading Rainbow? Reading Rainbow. Take a look. It's in a book. Give me an offhand catalyst. Welcome on in, guys. If you're here yesterday, we've made some changes to the build. I decided I wasn't enjoying Electrify. Ooh. Immortal Eye. So I've gone back to a crit build, and I think it should be good enough to do at least 650 corruption. Book? Soulfire Bastion? Sure. Book? Lightless Arbor? No. We need the unique catalyst. Frostlich. Abomination. Come on. I know I'm going to need a bunch of these. Come on. I'll give you a couple more rolls, then we'll take a couple rolls for rains. And then it's time to go kill some stuff. Oh yeah, and then I gotta make a couple changes. There we go. Okay. Unique rains. Here we go. Death of Boss, sure. Siege Golem. Lightless Arbor. I mean, that's certainly a lot more rain. So Lightless Arbor tonight. Jorah. Unique rain. Jorah. Oh, bro. Dude, one Jorah kill. Oh my god. Yes. Deaths of rare enemies. Yes. How many prophecies do I? I'm almost full. Okay, let's edit the loot filter. Are we looking for crystal wand with cast speed? I'm gonna say no. We moved past that. Okay. What were the affixes? Oh, for this? No. Let's redo this. Large Raye idol. Let's take off block effectiveness and then let's type in health. Yeah, that's what we're going to be looking for now since we're not doing block effectiveness. No, we're already past that. Wand with no, we already moved away from that. Okay, cool. So add rule. We are going to be looking for off-hand catalyst. With the affixes cast speed, spell critical strike chance. We don't care about imbued. No attributes, damage type. No, I'd say cast speed, spell critical strike chance. And critical strike multiplier. We'll look for that. Advanced option. More equal to tier 7. Alright. Okay, and then let me add a slightly, yeah, like that color. This is going to be like the one I definitely want. Offhand catalyst. I want a crystal skull. That's the only one. I want a crystal skull. Actually, duplicate that one. And now we're going to change the color. And then, oh, right. There we go. Make it an off-green color. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for being patient. Okay, let's see. Which ones require boss? Yeah, okay, so this is Exalted Reigns, Exalted Relic, Unique Ring, Boss. 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 Okay, cool. So, we're gonna go make some changes. Our holy aura added on here.
Hello, traveler.
Okay, so $7 points. That's going to give me 4 points. We can go for health and healing effectiveness. Endurance threshold. We're going to do that. So I should now have... Oh,
Hello,
I have
Paladin.
more than I need on the critical strike avoidance. We're going old school. Old school critical strike avoidance. Okay, so endurance threshold. We are not taking anything over here. Okay, 3 points with time and faith. That is fine. Okay. So go to skills. We don't need this anymore. We'll leave 1 point, obviously, because we need to get up to here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to invest it into this.
Do not dwell on regrets.
Okay. Let's throw everything into the bank. And now it is time to kill some bosses. When I say that, I mean the temple guardian. Actually, let's not leave anything to fate here. I hate this timeline. It's not the timeline itself, it's the boss. I hate the boss. So I'm just going to raise the corruption here so I can lower the corruption in Black Sun, which is... That's actually my favorite timeline. Two LP apathies, thank you. We're looking for red rings. Cool. Put a point there. Cool. Now that timeline's sufficiently upgraded. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come down here to this timeline, corruption 1143, and we're not going to fight Orbis. We're not going to farm this corruption at all. I'm fairly confident that my build can kill the temple guardians here, which means I can farm these bosses at this with this level of item rarity. And since they're bosses, their drop, it's Christmas, chat. Okay. Maybe I should have had like some sort of loot filter. We're just mostly looking for high LP rains or red rains. Red rains, I'm expecting no LP. It's fine. Okay, that section done. Fragment of the Enigma. I wonder if Fragment of the Enigma would be good with this build. Who knows? Spark charges? Whoa, 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 hey. Cold, oh, lightning, I'll still take it for if we ever do fire. Chronicle of the Damned, I mean, it's 3 LP. Rot Mind, I mean, it's a Crystal Skull. Scales of Atera, Lightning Infusion. Well, I'll take that just because I remember trying to farm this looking for one without any fire infusion on it. 2 LP. Whoa, another scales with lightning infusion. Of course, all the ones that I find have lightning, not fire. Whenever I look for this stuff in the past, they'd all have fire. There's got to be something about finding these. Like if I should farm these with fire spells. Because, like, look at this. All of them have lightning. It's hilarious. Though this is actually a pretty decent one, so I can't use them. Okay, plus 2 lightning damage for spark charge. Oh, for spark charge. I mean, so the only thing we can get out of this is the intelligence and the ward per second. We don't generate. Oh, wait. Chance to apply a spark charge on hit. Okay. Spark charge on hit. Plus 2 lightning damage, 4 spark charges per intelligence. We have some intelligence. And we have a decent amount of spell damage. 180% increased spark charge explosion area. 77% more damage for spark charges applied by melee attacks, which we do have a melee. Plus 1 to lightning skills. Okay. This is a consideration. If scales doesn't work out, or we could just slam cast speed onto one of these. I mean, don't get me wrong. Scale, oh, that's right. We're using scales for the base critical strike chance. We would have to throw, like, we'd have to have, like, some sort of godly... We'd have to have, like, some sort of godly catalyst that had, like, T6 and T7 cast speed and spell critical strike chance. All right.
Yes, take care.
All right. That's the first attempt. Let's go back. Okay, what am I doing with healing hands? We got that. We got that. We got that. We could take that, but I'm going to take Prayer of the Fallen and then put the rest into urgent healing. Hey, that'll be nice. 4/4, nice. Okay. And so our next 3 points are going into Conflagration, which is going to be 60%. 60% more damage against enemies that are ignited, but hey, it gets converted into Electrify. So we have over 100% Electrify chance between these two. I am not running Electrify on healing hands. I'm not really focusing on the damage, though. This could be a consideration. If we wanted to do like supplemental damage, I don't know if it's worth it, but we could take points out of here and out of the healing. But my thought process is, if we're stacking a lot of attunement, the healing from this should actually be pretty good. If that's the case, we might be able to take 2 points out of atonement to put into Conflagration. I think we might be losing too much health when we do that, though. All right, let's fight the bosses again, and then we can actually go do an ethical timeline. Oh, wait, that might be all of them. I just thought about it. That might be all of them. I mean, Raye, but... So we can fight Raye twice. Alright. Go to a different timeline. Blood, Frost, and Death. What is the corruption here? 667. Nice. Okay, compared to yesterday, this feels a lot better. We're not even there yet. Is lightning treating me better than the previous Smite? No, not really. It's just like here's the thing. Like I could have done the previous Smite and then kind of just like kept most of the same gear, converted to lightning, and honestly, I don't think it would have been as good as well because there were some interactions we had that it would only work with fire damage. But with this version, I'm experimenting. I'm experimenting. I think we're getting more damage out of this, but I don't know if we have more survivability, if that makes sense. The other one was just like we could get we were able to just get so much damage for free that we could just put so much into survivability. Though this one we do have more health. It does also look really cool. Oh, sorry to hear that, Deej. Hey, no problem, Deej. No problem. Yeah, so right now for survivability, I'm running double red ring, which I think is doing okay. Now, if I take one red ring off, I could figure out survivability, but the only reason why I would take off one of the red rings is to run Osirion. I would have to calculate this, but it would be to run Osirion, because Osirion, it would give me 4% less damage taken as opposed to 10%. So that's less, but it would give me damage. You know, it would give me chance to shock on hit, increase shock duration, more damage per shock, and I would have a lot more room to put something on here. As opposed to Red Rain, which these are very hard to find, but they're loaded. Oh, this is Legacy. This is Legacy. I got a cut. I think I got like 5 red rings. I'm trying to find some more for this character. Yeah, this is a very, like, this is a, I would say for most people, this is not a very attainable build. I will admit that my past couple builds have been less attainable for the common person, probably because I'm playing in Legacy. So it's just really easy for me to click on my stash and just have, you know, the shopping cart just gets pushed out with most of the stuff I already need. I have to look for very little stuff. I will admit that compared to builds that I've put out in the past that have been more budget friendly, so to speak, these have been more prime, if you will. You know, double red rain, foot of the mountain with T7, movement speed and health, 3 LP peak. I think it's harder to get a 3 LP peak now. At the time that I got this 3 LP peak, it was pretty easy. 2 LP devotion. I think 2 LP still, I mean, this is a nice 2 LP. I think this is pretty attainable for the gloves. I think this is pretty attainable too. 1 LP Twisted Heart if you're playing Circle of Fortune. Sure, this is pretty attainable. This is, I would say, decently attainable. Decently attainable, a little bit harder. You can find any sort of scales. You just got to get lucky and hope it doesn't have lightning infusion on it in this case. Double red ring, not as easy. 3 LP Polaris, yeah, decently easy. Wait, so I got to do some math real quick. I got to see if we could support Osirion. Without both red rings. Barely. I could barely support it. I would have 188. So I could, in theory, put a Sirion on. And then I would probably have to give up some health. I've kind of hit a wall. My strongest tune is a Torment Warlock, and you're struggling with Corruption 250. I got you, Deej. Your reflexes are just not as strong as they were. Yeah, I got you, man. I'm trying to think. A couple of the Smite builds that I put out are like a couple of Smite builds I put out are I be lodged and disabled. Okay. I be old and disabled. I got you. I got you, man. I'm sorry that you're hitting a wall. I don't really have... You don't need reaction on Warlock. It can be played with eyes closed and one hand. Well, that might be the issue. Oh, shoot. I ran out of mana. What up, Misha? How's it going? I guess the next question is, how much armor do you have, Deej? Oh, it's the Harbingers? Not a whole lot. Okay. So, Misha, are you thinking something like an Exsanguinous for his character? Her Dragon, thank you for the gifted sub. And it goes to Deej. To us old peeps, yeah. Like, I played Torment Warlock. It uses the bar boot. Not the bar boot, the skull helm, the bone clamor. There we go. Yeah, that one's fine, but it did feel like even with all the necrotic resistance I slammed onto it, it definitely hit a wall. Like by around 700 corruption, like I would have like 5 or 6k ward, but even that wasn't enough. I know it could go higher. Honestly, the gear I had on it wasn't even all that amazing. I was like, okay, wait, I hit 700 corruption. Like 500% necrotic resistance? Yeah, I got you, man. Were you following the max roll guide, Deej? Well, that's all good, Deej. That's all good, man. Yeah, Matthew, I'm also on Twitch. I'm on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. Builds that you found on LE Tools. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna bag on LE Tools. I post my builds there as well. So, I mean, you started with the max roll guide. Okay, yeah. I find the max roll guides are honestly like a good stepping stone. And sometimes, like, you're able to just go at it with just the guide itself, and you're good to go. And then there's definitely been times though where I was like, the max roll guide is cool, but I'm adding to this. I'm diverting a little bit. Yeah, true, Misha. I mean, obviously, you know, I post on Last Epoch Tools. I would like to think that I don't post troll builds, but for sure anybody could post on LE Tools. I don't know what the criteria is. I just noticed that builds I was uploading to YouTube, I don't know when, but at some point they just started appearing on Last Epoch Tools, like Build Finder. Like, I'll just upload it to YouTube with a link, and then either it'll automatically add it or somebody goes and adds it to Last Epoch Tools, but I'm like, cool, thanks. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the criteria is. Like, if you have to have a certain size audience, or, you know, you have to post X number of builds before somebody's like, okay, bet, you know. And then I'm sure you can upload directly to their forums and like write a build guide directly onto there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Akasteer. I think the bot data mines the build link. I think so. I don't know what the criteria is. If it just looks for a link or if it looks for something. I doubt it's a real human. like or the bot finds something and a human checks it out. I doubt it. That makes sense. I would delete 90% of... Well, to be honest, some of them are also outdated, you know. And when I mean outdated, I don't mean like, you know, the person making them's outdated. I mean like, no, literally, it's from like 0.845 or something. Like they'll say in there, this is outdated, but it's still there. So I'm not bagging on that too hard. The first build guide I ever followed was from Dread. And it was an older build guide from when I was playing, but nobody had, like, I was playing Fire Warpath. And nobody had a build guide out for Fire Warpath, and that was like the last time anybody had done a build guide. Somebody had found it for me though. So I was like, who's this guy? Okay, Dread, whatever. Okay, cool. Followed the guide, left him a like. It was only then, later on, that I realized that he was a legend. Dread is, oh yeah, for sure. But you could also say I got lucky. The first build guide on Last Epoch tools that I followed was from, you know, a legitimate, ethical build creator. You have to filter him at Harbinger of Ruin. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that, Acaster. But not every... I would like to think people would know, like, oh, Harbinger of Ruin's the most recent thing, but maybe not everybody's aware. We're actually working off your build. Oh, you're working off my build. My build was pretty close to, I mean, it obviously wasn't mid-max, but I pretty much in that one followed the max roll guide. I'm pretty sure I even called it a build guide review. You just have to filter. Yeah, I read that. All right, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to play a couple more Sentinel builds. You just have terrible luck with slams, right? Hey, rudimentary gear, like, that's why I still, like, here's the thing, though. Like, even with your rudimentary gear, 250 corruption is not too bad. Like, for people who play the game, like, a decent amount, sure, 250 corruption's not, like, the highest. But for, like, the people who play casually, 250 corruption's pretty decent, especially considering a lot of people who play... oh, I guess the bot is dead. Hold up. Considering a lot of people who play casually actually don't even make it past 100 corruption. They get to empowered monoliths and then they get their teeth kicked in, or they get to empowered monoliths. They're like, that's cool. I got an idea for a new build, and they go start a new character. And then they're like, oh, the new Diablo season's out. Then they go play that. And they're like, oh, the new whatever's out. And they go play that. And then, you know, they eventually circle back around. Much love to all my casual Last Epoch people. I don't mean that with any malice in my heart. Streamlabs. Yeah, sometimes they turn the bot off. The bot gets switched off. Yeah. Activate cloud bot. It was turned off for Twitch. Thanks for nothing, pal. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, Akasteer, though. One six are variations of the same cookie builds. Oh, okay, I got you. Like, is that... Oh, yeah, 2 red rings. Yeah, I mean, this is legacy, though, so... I mean, red rings. You want red rings? It's not like I have an entire page of them, but, you know, we got red rings. Red rings. Do we got any more red rings? I thought I had 5 of these. Oh, the rest of my red rings are in solo account found. That's where I started. I originally was a solo account found Andy. Oh, did my game crash? No. There it is. Nope. That's all of them. All 4 of them. I think I got... I don't know how many I have in solo account found. At least 2. I have at least 2 in solo account found. Necrotic damage, not doing necrotic. Oh. Yeah, I would rather have the dodge rating and the spell damage, though, so. This loot filter is it's like my same loot filter that I use for all my Sentinel builds lately, and I just kind of plug in what I'm looking for, and then I have a couple key affixes that I'm looking for all builds. And so if I'm working on another build, I'll just plug in some affixes. This loot filter is absolutely bastardized. Though lately, just due to popular demand, I've been actually creating a loot filter, like a very strict loot filter. But I've been creating strict loot filters for my builds. And then I'll put in like a couple, like, this is actually a good Sentinel, you know, affix. Back in a while, gotta tuck in the wife, absolutely. All right, we are looking for Spells of Eterra. I swear, chat, it's gotta be because I'm playing a lightning build. So any scales that, oh, here we go, of course. Of course, that one doesn't have any LP on it, but, you know, maybe we can get lucky. Fia with the raid. Mr. Fia Lapise, thank you for the raid, my good kind sir. Ew. Okay, cool. I finally found one. How's the smiter going? It's going on. Ooh, hey. Oh, my gosh. Oh, 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 look at you. Oh, Okay, that's disgusting. That's getting clipped, man. Clip that. Okay, this was disgusting, bro. Ow! Ow! Oh, that was disgusting. Oh. Yeah, so we switched up some stuff. Hold up. I'll tell you all about it in a second. Thank you, Mr. Afia Lapise, for the raid. If you guys haven't followed Mr. Afia Lapise over here on Twitch, drop him a follow. This guy is a great content creator and friend of the channel. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for so much for the likes over on YouTube, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm using Scales of Atera for the base critical strike chance. I'm actually, because Paladin is cracked like that, you can get 30% critical strike avoidance here, and then you could take the blessing. So in a rare thing, I'm not using Leonines, and I'm not using blind as a mechanic. So I have 100% critical strike avoidance. So I'm using Peak of the Mountain to times this critical strike chance. I'm considering taking a point out here to put into that. That way we have 80% hit damage versus ignited. I just have to, I don't know if I can like handle that. Yeah, that's pretty stacked equip. Yeah, for sure. So what I'm trying to do, I'm thinking I want to slam this Scales of Atera with cast speed. I think I want to slam it with cast speed. But I could also, because right now, I don't know if you guys can see this. No, you guys can't see it. I have 68% critical strike chance. Right, yeah, that's a consideration, for sure. I could grab, like, you know, I could put 2 points into conviction. I might consider that for like a fire build. I don't know if Trinity Flames is going to be in the game. Are more unpleasant than Lagon fights. My luck lately has not been too bad, but you know, I just said that, so my luck is going to stink. I better just make sure I got a good thing. So I either should take cast speed. I think cast speed is the way to go on this, or critical strike multiplier, or cast speed, or critical strike multiplier, or what's the other one? Spell critical strike chance. Oh yeah, for sure, Afia. Yeah, by all means. This just feels bad even with 1 point. Yeah, exactly. Unless cat. Oh, that's true. True, that, which is why I don't want to take that node. Well, like already some of these fights right now, like I'm not generating a ton of ward. Like, I'm staying alive for sure, and the damage is not obscene. It's not too bad.
Stand down or die.
Yeah, I think right now I don't have enough damage reduction to handle the I don't think I have enough damage reduction to handle taking points out of atonement. Like, if I want to push this past this corruption, like I don't think it's happening. I don't want to be accidentally killing myself here. Is it worth pushing corruption further? At the moment, no. Like, right now is fine. But I think it's probably because the last build I was doing 1100 corruption fairly well. To then be like, I'm coming up with a lightning version. And, well, and I've already stated this. I felt like it was too similar. Using the shield and everything, it just kind of was like cool, but sucked. I'm relying on healing hands, but I don't have to use peak. If I put spell critical strike chance on scales, but yeah, if I put spell critical strike chance on scales of Atera, then I probably don't have to use peak of the mountain. I could then go back to I could use this. This is honestly, this is pretty cracked. Not gonna lie, this is pretty cracked. Let's see. Can we get lucky with a seal? That's what I'm talking about. Oh. Yeah, I was doing that Afia, and it was underwhelming. I was doing Electrify Healing Hands yesterday. It just felt very underwhelming. $70. There we go. Oh, that was a bit of a dub. Let's see. Oh, try shaping it for more vitality. That makes sense. 5? I'm cool with that. $7? Okay, you know what? I'm going to keep that. Because then I could theoretically, if I find like a 4 LP helmet of something, make a copy of this. Boom. This is a great roll. That's a great craft. That is an amazing craft. I'm very proud of that. Use that on your cast VK? Yeah. I was doing a Smite VK yesterday. Well, not yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Off stream. It was cool. You had a great drop to work with, yes. threw it on the ground. Going to bed. See you later, and good luck for the drops. Appreciate it, Akasur. You take care. Akasur, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Holy cow, I forgot to follow here. No worries, man. Glad you had a good time. Thank you for the follow. So when I use volatile reversal, my endurance threshold goes up to 1,810. Good night. I was doing dual wield. I was doing what Dread did in Cycle 1. Like, it was good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I was doing like 600 corruption, but it was definitely a lot of my health would be swinging all over the place. Kind of like what's going on here. And I just felt like sometimes I was struggling to maintain damage. Yeah, because I did a cast speed wand. Well, no, I did a Dragonhorn wand because that has inherent cast speed, and it had like a T7 elemental damage over time. With damage over time. And then I had the Aurelis. Now, granted, the Aurelis was not slammed. It was a 2 LP Aurelis that wasn't slammed. And yeah, it was doing like 600-ish corruption, but like I was struggling with some enemy types. Like I was struggling way more than this. This just feels a lot. This just feels more comfortable. So what Dread used was a bleeding heart, so I use that as well. It's not the greatest because, you know, bleeding heart inflicts you with bleed. I guess what I could have done, I don't know if I could have survived, but I could have swapped out these gloves, these eternal gauntlets for Avarice. Was it Burning Avarice? You tell me I don't have a single pair of Burning Avarice? No. Maybe not on, maybe at one point. So what I could have done is use that's okay. That's okay. Like, so I could have used like a pair of Burning Avarice. 3% elemental damage leeches health. Fire pin with ignite. Yeah, like the Grimoire, it's fine. Dread recommended the Yossini Sphere, but maybe the book might have been fine. I could revisit it using the book. Yeah, Tome of Elements. And you know, the nice thing about something like Tome of Elements, see, I could even use something like Tome of Elements for this build. If I have like a 3 LP Tome of Elements. Now, I would lose the ward, and I would have to get rid of Peak. But I could put like cast speed and I'm just seeing it as a chance to get shock. I could also here, let's try this. For this build right now, let's try this. It's not amazing, but it gets the job done. It gets the job done. Ocean. So let's try this. Do we want strength? Strength would be more armor. I also have... Oh. I also have one with health. But this would be more damage reduction. So let's use that. Okay. Okay, so what am I going to need? I'm going to need physical, cold res. Just check this out. So we're going to take cold res. So cold res. Oh, oops. Yeah, that's good enough. Now let's take poison. That's good enough, yeah. Okay. So we'll be losing. So the cool thing is I got a couple 1 LP of Sirion, so I could throw literally whatever on there. I can throw on strength, I can throw on T7 health, I can throw on attunement, I can throw on whatever. And we still have enough, especially with these items right here, the 8 strength and 6 vitality. Hey, what up, Zolio? So I'm going to have less damage reduction, but this is going to give me a chance to apply shock, which is something I don't have right now. And then on top of it, it'll give me a chance to apply chill, which is another form of damage reduction, which I don't have right now. And then I'll take less damage from chilled enemies, 4%. So I'm going to be taking 6%. I don't want to say more damage, but I'm losing 6% damage reduction by giving up the other red ring. Okay, so let's do some math real quick. Oh, thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. Okay, so let's do some math real quick. 33 plus 50 plus 22 plus 38 plus 59. That's 202. So even if I lose the 8 strength, assuming, which I would be keeping these, I'd be fine. So I can put health here if I want. We still have a decent amount of armor. What's my armor go to? Ooh, that's actually a decent amount of armor. But health is king with this build. Now, one thing... How much dodge rating do I lose? Not a ton. I do lose some dodge rating. So what we're doing is we're converting the dodge rating with Mountain's Endurance. So while we stand still, convert the dodge rating, bam. You get a whole bunch of endurance threshold. Yeah, let's actually go fight this boss. How you doing today, Mr. Zolio, over on YouTube?
Why are you fighting these beasts? No matter. You will die soon enough. The chill of death surrounds you. Can you feel your blood begin to freeze? Your body will make an exceptional servant. Your interference ends now.
It's Christmas! One-handed axe. Wand. I don't care about wand. I want one-handed sword. What build you got today? Hey, what up, Krish? So I'm doing a riff off of the machine gun smite build I put out. Doing a lightning smite. I decided to take it in a different direction than just trying to copy what I did with lightning, with like just basically swap the fire for lightning. There was a couple pieces of gear that really helped with our damage and stuff that just doesn't work with the lightning. Fire and lightning, you gotta be kidding me. I can't even use that. I'm gonna leave that behind. Fire and lightning, come on. Fire and lightning. Okay, cool. Well, we gotta fight that guy one more. Did I see the post for the new job opening at EH? Yeah, I did. You almost applied. Well, what stopped you, Krish? Would you had to relocate? It was my understanding that I'll give you a chance to answer first. Strength build all the way. I mean, strength does help. Strength certainly does help because we gain spell damage per 2 strength. But what we're really looking for is attunement. Strength is a great one to have as well, but attunement and strength help because attunement powers our spells, gives us it powers our spells and gives us mana. Strength gives us armor and also flat spell damage with Polaris. And I just got to make sure I have enough right here. I have enough attributes equaling 180 for Red Ring. I was running 2 Red Rings, but I think I would rather run Osirion. I don't necessarily need strength. I can try slamming Osirion with like T7 health. Coming back to LE after about a year off. Are there any announced changes upcoming you're excited about? Hey, what up, Wiren? I'm excited, and so I'm 50-50 on the changes to Sentinel. We don't know 100% what the changes are, but we do know that there are going to be some changes. What they've teased has been good. I think they're taking Sentinel in a good direction. I just always like EHG. Sometimes they've done a really good job of their rework. Sometimes they just remove something. They don't compensate for what they remove, and then it's just kind of broken. It's just kind of left behind. Rune Master kind of feels like that right now. So does Lich to a small extent. So what they're doing with Sentinel, which one could argue is a class that is a little lacking. What they're doing with this class is they're removing the damage from volatile reversal. I was going to call it volatile reaction. Volatile reversal, which is cool. Which honestly, as it stands right now, all of the damage abilities for Sentinel feel a little lackluster until you use volatile reversal. Then it's like, oh, he can actually do damage. There's a few edge cases, but for the most part, you use volatile reversal and your damage actually feels like, oh, this is cool. And it feels like all of Sentinel's abilities are tuned around that. There's been a few times, like with the Healing Hands and stuff, that now obviously Healing Hands had its own issues beyond this, but there was like Healing Hands got introduced, people were using it, they were like pushing 2,000 plus corruption. Obviously the ward was the main reason, but it also did a lot of damage as well, so they went through and gutted it. Now I'm not going to say gutted, I shouldn't say gutted, but they went through and tuned it, if you will, heavily went through and tuned it a little too far in one direction, in my opinion. Like the damage multipliers over here got tuned, the healing got cut in half, the ward generation got reduced from 100% to 20%. And the thing is, I'm starting to ramble here. Is Sentinel meta for the upcoming season? I don't know if I can tell you that. So let me bring it back. So the fear would be that they just go into volatile reversal, remove damage, and ship it, because people have been complaining that you can't play Sentinel without taking volatile reversal. Makes it feel mandatory. Well, the reason why it feels mandatory is because otherwise Sentinel is really lacking in the damage department. So far, I think they are moving in the right direction. From what they've teased. I don't know yet. So I'm really looking forward to the changes to Sentinel. but I also have some concerns. I don't want them to just go through, rip out damage, ship it. I don't think they're going to do that though. Like they're already doing some stuff that they had planted their feet in before. Like they're now actually giving Rive void scaling. I think the reason why they never gave Rive void scaling, because you would use Rive with void scaling, you would then use this volatile reversal, and the damage you would be doing would be insane. Insane. Like Rive right now with just this little 10% damage scaling is doing pretty good. Because we got this. So removing this is giving them the option to let Rive scale 100% with Void if you spec into it. Forge Guard, like Afia is saying, is going to get a node that's going to allow him to use a two-handed weapon with a shield. I don't know what kind of drawbacks to those are going to be, but that's coming to the game too. So it sounds like they're letting Sentinel have some more fun toys because this and this are getting removed. Volatile is getting turned into a combo skill. I don't know if I like that. I like Volatile the way it is. Even if you remove this and this, I would still probably take it. What's the class for next season? I couldn't tell you. I'll tell you what I'm playing. I'm playing Paladin next season. Hands down, I'm playing Paladin and I'm playing Void Knight. But that I always play those classes. That's like, oh, I wonder what class Bike's gonna be playing. Paladin and well, those are masteries. Wonder what class Bike is playing. He's playing Sentinel. What masteries? Probably Paladin and Void Knight. Every cycle I do that. It's we don't know how the combo is going to work. It might be cool. I personally don't like combo skills. What I'm hoping they'll do is they'll have something like an anomaly where, you know, because anomaly is a combo skill, but here's what I'm not going to say everybody does, but what 99% of people do. Take this node. What does it do? It makes it no longer a combo skill. Better start to build Sentinel too. I mean, that's our keys going to stack. From what I can tell, I think keys from what they've teased are going to just like have their own like they're going to have this. They're going to have like the crafting inventory. They're going to have like a key inventory. And I'm pretty sure that they're bringing a whole new faction to the game. Like, this is going to be a very large and substantial update from what I can tell.
Stand down or die. Why are you fighting with these beasts? No matter. You'll die soon. The chill of death surrounds you. Can you feel your blood begin to freeze?
Okay, we got a lot of 2 LP fragments. I wonder, would fragment be... We would lose all of our base critical strike chance. Now, what we... This might actually end up being a good pick for next. Is your build right now mana hungry? Yeah, you want to... So, with Devotion, you want to stack as much mana as possible because you gain flat spell damage per 5 missing mana. So this is an okay amount of mana, but there's people who have stacked mana to the moon. There's people who have 1,000 plus with this build. Right now I'm using Twisted Heart for the cast speed, the strength, and the ward. It also gives a frick ton of health. 17% as an implicit is insane. That's insane. Honestly, that's something we could do. I don't have too many good Twisted Hearts right now. I could go farm some. Let me check my my prophecies, because we got to go run some Temporal Sanctum. Okay, so looks like we got to kill some exiled mages. Siege Golems, Immortal Eyes. I thought Immortal Eyes spawned in this timeline. Gotta go kill Rye. Gotta go kill Lagan. So yeah, it looks like a lot of Exile Mages and Immortal Eyes. I think Immortal Eyes... Let me double check. What I would really like them to put is like a bestiary that you can like look up and see like what timelines monsters spawn in, because Immortal Eyes spawn in Follow the Outcast, Blood, Frost, and Death, Reign of Dragons, Follow the Empire. Okay, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. They do spawn in this timeline that I'm currently playing, but it sounds like they also spawn in Reign of Dragons, so I say let's go. What was this? 756? Let's lower it a little bit. Let's do a flat 700. Fresh timeline. New timeline. Who this? Okay, so in order to support Osirion, this is... We actually did give up a lot of health. We gave up like almost 400 health. So I say we use Osirion slammed with T7 health. So let's... Can you actually just type in T7 health? No. Okay, cool. We got our first candidate. I would like to try and maintain the necrotic base, if at all possible. Oh, we're definitely saving that. This is T6 health. Okay. Here we go. T7 health. Yeah, I'd rather slam that. Okay, cool. So let's look for some Osirions. And beggars can't be choosers. Give me just my give me the 1 LPs. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's choose the best. So these would go down here. They all only give 2% damage reduction. Okay, cool. So what will we throw on here? We don't want block effectiveness. What could... Yeah, sure. Let's throw on dodge rating. If anything was going to go over, dodge rating, right? Honestly, why am I doing that? I'm gonna try and get the maximum health possible right now. That's actually good enough. That's actually good enough. Do that. Boom. Okay, that's 2 slams. That is 2. Is your? Oh yeah, I already answered that. That is 2 slams worth. Do 2 slams worth. Okay.
Intruders? A waste of time.
It really depends. I'm also a bit of a loser, no life. kidding. I only play a couple hours a night, but... Ooh, there we go. I play a lot. Circle of Fortune, I feel like takes a little while to ramp up compared to Merchant's Guild, but in my opinion, I like it better. But Merchant's Guild can really get you going quick. Especially like at the beginning of a new league start. I don't think any like a new season. Like if you're trying to rush through, I don't know if anything's gonna be better than Merchants, man. The problem with Merchants though, you gotta know like what builds people are playing. You gotta know what the top builds are and what people are gonna be buying. And then you probably got to have your loot filter set up for not only your build, but also everybody else's build. And then if you're playing like a super meta build, this is the first time I ever played Merchant's Guild, I played a decently meta build, Bleed Hammers. Bro, to this day, I still, I quit playing that season. I came back to Legacy. I'm actually going to go back. I'm going to go back into Cycle, though. After a couple builds, I'm going to go back into Cycle and compete on the leaderboards. Because I always compete on the leaderboards every cycle to try and get onto the Sentinel leaderboards. So, it was, incredibly difficult to buy, the Primo gear. Because they wanted millions for, a Dragon Bone Axe with a T6 bleed. You play Legacy, you're fine. Yeah, these characters are Legacy. This character's Legacy. It was actually the first, this is actually the first, Paladin. This is literally the first character I ever made. I like your inventory, very well organized. I'm trying. Now, my inventory skills... in Cycle 1.1, bro, bar none. I did all that manually. Manually. I mean, it's a T7. I should take it. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. I'm sure I got more. I'm sure I got more Ream prophecies. Hold on. Dude, look, like guys. I got 411 runes of ascendance. Like I could have just been picking up some of those rings and.
Epoch, I will have it.
Okay. Hi guys, how's it going? Where do you farm runes of ascendance? You could just randomly find them, but if you're in Circle of Fortune, you can take runes of ascendance prophecies. For that matter, you could also take runes of creation prophecies. There's prophecies for everything in Circle of Fortune. Yeah, so whenever I'm, except for runes of research, but if you're ever lacking on runes of shattering, and if you're in Circle of Fortune, just go do some of these prophecies. One time I stacked, You love Circle of Fortune? One time I stacked Glyphs of Despair in cycle 1.1 near the start of it. Not like the exact start, but I stacked a whole bunch of these. Yeah, that's what I'm also thinking of, Fia. I stacked a whole bunch of these Glyphs of Despair. Like, I'm still using these Glyphs of Despair that I farmed in cycle 1.1. I farmed over 1,000. I'm still using these things. Okay, let's take a look. There's so many. Okay. Oh my God! Oh my God! What the? My first, I was like, okay, let's see if we can find a red ring. First hit. Oh my gosh! I was like, okay, cool. Let's pick up some reeds. Maybe, you know, after 100, I'll get red ring. Holy moly, man. Circle of Fortune is jacked. Clipping that. Oh my God. Yeah, I'll be with you guys in 1 second. I'm clipping this. Jeez, man. G freaking G. Do you still lose all your favor when you switch factions? As far as I'm aware of, yes, but you don't lose your reputation. Oh, there's no way we're going to get that lucky again, man. $20? Yeah, sure, I'll keep it. This could actually take a while. I think we got a lot more interesting. What is this? This is T. Oh, that's T6 healing effectiveness. Yeah, I won't be able to beat that from front. Now it's just like whatever. Next. And Next. I mean that was pretty insane. Yeah, everything's garbage now. Farce. I'm like, oh yeah, let's convert a couple over. See, we might get lucky with a red ring. Pfft, first try. No shot, man. Okay. Now they're just too far off screen. What does red ring do? Red ring, I'm using one right now. So red ring gives you +4 to all attributes, 15 to 20% to all resistances, increase health regen, increase mana regen, increase dodge rating, and the creme de la creme, Krish, 10% less damage taken if you have at least 180 total attributes. That's 10% damage reduction from all sources if you have 180 attributes. So I was actually using 2 red rings, but I decided to use an Osirion. Okay, cool. There we go. There we go. That attaboy. And then runes of creation, they just duplicate. I'm off the bed. Catch you later, Air Dragon. Okay, guys. Okay, so we're going to take this Osirion, and then we're going to try and get this health to go over. Game, please give me health. Give it to me now. Yes. I love you, game. It'll take a couple tries. Yeah, it is huge. It is huge. Okay, hold up. Let's try the slot machine. I used up all my luck. Let's try the slot machine a little bit before we get back to what we were doing. So one benefit you get from using Circle of Fortune. So all of these have the Circle of Fortune tag, right? So one of the buffs you get for Circle of Fortune it's this button. So one of the buffs you get for Circle of Fortune is upgraded Rune of Ascendancy. You have a 45% chance for Runes of Ascendance to be preserved when used on an item that requires at least Circle of Fortune rank 1. Wow, that's huge. That's what she said. Badunk. It's kind of annoying that the rune doesn't stick. I hope they fix that. So, if you guys didn't know, if you look down here, it says it cannot be traded and it requires Circle of Fortune. By now for bro, still learning from the game. Thanks for your inputs. Absolutely, Zolio. Catch you later, brother. Absolutely. So if you look over in the corner, it says rank 8 Circle of Fortune. That is, if it has that purple icon on it, your Rune of Ascendance has potential to be preserved. Right? So I mean, I'm just kind of playing the slot machine here, but I don't think we're gonna get another red rain. But your chances of getting a red rain, I guess, are technically higher if the rains, if you're converting these Circle of Fortune rains, not because it has a higher chance, but because you have a chance to preserve your Rune of Ascendance. So yeah, that was pretty insane. Pretty insane. Yeah, there's no shot. There is no shot that I'm gonna get another red ring. None whatsoever. The game does not like me that much. There's no way they would ever give me another red ring. Right? I'm trying that reverse psychology on the game as if it could hear me. Give me a red ring and give it to me now. Now! Give me red ring! But like, I used up all my luck. This does feel like a form of gambling. This feels like a form of gambling. It 100% is a form of gambling? Yeah. Oh, neat. 4 LP. Oh, wait, you found a 4 LP Rainbow's Edge? Oh, that is neat. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's do another slam.
Who dares intrude upon my research? No matter. They cannot reach it.
It's not a red ring. Hey, man, 4 LP Rainbow's Edge is nice wiring.
Such power. There is only one explanation.
Okay. Move these over there so I don't accidentally, you know, Rune of Ascendance, though. First, let's see. Do we have a hit? Please. Yeah, sure. Please give me health, I swear. Yeah, whatever. Well. Okay, well, we got a couple more tries. Let's see if we can actually get, like, another Sarion. Red rain, red rain. Oh, oops. You don't want to do that. Okay, let's try a couple more. Dude, I do. Like, it does feel like gambling. Just like, oh, okay. Oh, just one more. Just one more. One. Dude, I swear, I know I said only just a couple more, but I'm like, I can't help myself. I got an addictive personality. I get it. I know I just said one more. But when you get one red rain, you hope you get some more. But there's no shot, right? I should just stop now. I'm looking pathetic. I've already come this far, right? Spike, I'm doing your forge card. Oh, hey, you're doing my forge card, huh? Which one? The Master E build? Master E. Okay, cool. Okay, which one of these has health? This has health. Sure, elemental damage. It's good enough for me. Okay, we got 2 more sacrifices. We got 2 more sacrifices. All right, let's go. 2 more keys.
More rats come to gnaw at the edges of my sanctum.
I'm glad to hear that you're doing the Master E build, man. Hopefully you you have a great time with it.
What's this? How are they manipulating time? Could it be?
Any uniques to look out for? Probably the biggest one would be the Eternal Eclipse. I mean, you could try using like a Black Blade of Chaos or an Apathy's Maw. Like, all of those are fine, but the Eternal Eclipse is what's going to give... It's going to give you a huge amount of flat damage. So... what I had for my build is I had an Eternal Eclipse with melee critical strike chance. At a tier 6 affix.
Carry the Epoch then? A fool like you has no use for it.
Two-handed sword items. Yeah, so Look for melee critical strike chance on a two-handed sword, and look for an eternal eclipse. It drops from the Raye in the Black Sun timeline.
Epoch, I will have it. Future cannot be denied. Still so much to learn.
All right, for our next attempt. Well, I got one more shot at this, guys. One more shot to get health. I don't know if it's going to happen. T7 health on an Assyrian. I think Redbeard was right. I think Redbeard was right. I used all my luck.
Intruders? Waste of time.
It's done now. It's donezo. We're not going to be able to do this. I should throw in the towel now.
How is this possible? Only I should be able to command time here. It all makes sense now. The Epoch has finally come to me. The Epoch, I will have it. Still so much to learn.
Oh, okay. My last chance to get T7 health onto Osirion that has 4% damage reduction from chilled enemies. What do we say? I don't want this. I don't want health. I do want health. Game, just give me the health. Didn't work this time, chat. Alright, well. We go to plan 2. We go to plan Alpha. So I have this one with health, but it only has 2% damage. In fact, all of these only have 2%. I have a couple more rings. I have a couple more rings we can slam. So, I mean, not as desirable, but hey, it would still be an Osirion ring. I mean, worst comes to worst, I still have this ring. Okay. Be right back, chat. All right, let's do a couple more runs. All right, let's try and speed these ones up.
Who dares intrude upon my research? No matter. They cannot reach me. Such power. There is only one explanation.
Fighting me.
Stand down or die.
die.
To the shadows, the Epoch. Finally, I will have its power. Epoch, I will have it. Sapphire waters. Still so much to learn.
Yeah, I would say the damage is getting pretty close to what Machine Gun had, except Machine Gun had a whole lot more survivability. All right. All right, these are not quite as good, but it's still an Osirion. So we're looking for... Okay. It's literally what I have, but a little bit different. I guess there's no point. We already kill everything pretty quick.
Waste of time.
Oh, cool.
Next time, you will perish! Fighting. Save me.
Hey, Josh, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. All right.
What's this?
What's this?
They manipulating time.
Because I'm Gucci. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. I appreciate it.
The Epoch! I will have it! The future cannot be denied!
Yeah, it does, Gannon. What's good, man? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so we did a fire smite. Now we're doing a lightning smite. The lightning one looks really cool, you know, especially when you're raising your hand like that. You know, you kind of look like... I know it's not a hammer, it's a sword, but, you know, little Thor action going on. All right, here we go. Oh, oops. The effective smite. Greetings from Indonesia. Hey, greetings. Well, greetings from America. Oh, it's daytime there? Yeah, it's very much evening here. I have not done a build guide on this particular character, Krish. I'm currently working on it. I can give you a planner if that's what you're looking for, but I will warn you. Planners that are in development... Oh, finally, we got it. Planners that are in development change. Like literally my last build I was working on. Oh, so much health. Thank you. Literally my last build I was working on, I was saying it was done. I was giving people the planner saying, yeah, you pretty much got nothing to worry about. And then like an hour before I was getting ready to ship it, somebody recommended a change. I put it in and it changed everything. It made it way more survivable. I was able to push the corruption. I'm like, so I'll give you a planner for sure. There you go. There's a planner. So how long does it take? Not very long. Not very long, depending on the gear. I'm playing in Legacy right now. So I already had... So with this particular character, it's very minor, you know, upgrades that I'm having to find. Because I already got so much in storage. I already have so many good pieces of gear in storage. Okay, it's time to slam this. I've decided we're going to do cast speed. Because I think cast speed will take this to the moon. This does have a lightning infusion. That's a T6. Should I hold out for a T7 cast speed? This is actually a pretty decent... Yeah, I'm going to hold out for T7 cast speed. Unless I randomly have it in my 1.1. Alright, so you were asking, how long does it take? If you got good gear, you can push it pretty quickly. You can push it in the afternoon. But assuming you don't have gear, it could take a while. Depending on how much time you've got to play, how lucky you are at getting some drops. Are you playing Merchant's Guild? Are you playing Circle of Fortune? What's your reputation with both of those? It would be offhand. Oh, did I not save? I don't think I saved a single. I mean, that one's got mana. Oh, that's a T6. I mean, it's also got mana though. Like I could consider that. Let's pull that one out. It's T6 cast speed. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, this could be a nice backup. Yeah, this could be a nice backup in case the scales screws up. Yeah. It's got mana. It's got cast speed. Cool. We're not going to slam this. We could actually use this if we really mess that up. Okay, cool. So I'm stuck with the freeze rate multiplier. You already know what we're going to get now, chat. Let's see what can we throw on here. Ward per second, chance to shock, chance to chill, okay, dodge rating. I don't really think there's a resistance I need. Scales of a Terror, ward per second, let's just throw on. Cool. And then we're going to do this. Okay. Let's see. One more slam. Would it take months, you think, if you play 2 to 3 hours a day? No. No. 2 to 3 hours a day and you got a good build and you're working towards the gear. A week? 2 weeks? I'm going to say 2 weeks. I'm going to say 2 weeks, playing 2 to 3 hours a day, starting from 0. To get to 600 corruption. To get to 1,000, again, it'll depend on the build, but I'll stand by 2 weeks. I'd always say it depends on... Yeah, of course, it always depends on luck, for sure. No. Depends on luck, player skill. Like, obviously, I know... It depends on what build you're playing. Some builds just really struggle at higher levels of corruption. Now, if you're playing a build like this one, with this level of gear... I mean, you're not going to have this level of gear after 2 weeks, but... Yeah, I guess it all depends. Quite fast. Yeah, it's a lot faster now with... It's a lot faster now with the Glyphs of Envy.
Stand down or die.
How is this possible? Only I should be able to command time here. Unless...
That was a lot of rot mines. Scales of Atera with lightning infusion.
You carry the Epoch then? Who like you has no use for it?
Fire and cold. Okay, that's a possibility. Oh, fire and lightning. So this is the only fire and cold.
Next time you will perish!
The Epoch. I will have it. Escape is impossible.
Oh, oops.
The future cannot be denied. Fool. Still so much to learn.
Okay, so let's discuss this. So we got spell damage and cast speed. I think we're good. We made 2 copies of cast speed. So then we found this. We found an opulent focus. What do we think should go with this opulent focus? I'm gonna say mana. Because even if I fail the hey, wait, what are we doing? We're gonna be slamming this. We're gonna be slamming this T7 cast speed into the scales of Atera. I might just have one shot at this. Chance to shock. Okay. This is my like one shot. I mean, I always have this as a backup, all right? I always have this as a backup. This is my one shot to get cast speed onto Scales of Atera. I have never had cast speed on a Scales of Atera. Oh, well, Fragment's up next. I've saved a bunch of these. Fragment could be next. We could try cast speed and mana on Fragment. Could be fun. Who knows? Scales of Atera! Yeah! The one affix. The one affix that got... Oh, man. I have had so little luck with scale slams. They're so incredibly hard to find. They're so incredibly hard to find the one with the cold and the whatever, right? And then You got to get the slam. I have never hit a scale slam. Frick. I mean, dude, like, we were still rocking with this, right? We were still rocking. The fact of the matter is, I might actually be better off with this. There we go. Chance to slow attackers. Fire resistance. Poison resistance. Poison resistance is not too bad. Now what I gotta do is I gotta... pray to God I hit that 6. I mean, 5 could be fine. There we go. Am I gonna be oh no, you know what, I might not be able to. Oh well, no, this is giving me 16 intelligence. Right rolls, LP, then slam it. It is incredibly hard. It is incredibly hard. And honestly, any of the 3 other affixes that were on there would have been fine. Mana would have been great. Chance to slow attackers would have been great. It was the one dump stat was, of course, the one that went on to the scales of Atera. Yeah, you're trying to get good cast speed. You're trying to get the 6% critical strike chance. And then, oh, yeah, you got to avoid your element. Oh, yeah, if you guys didn't see, it'll go up on YouTube. I was doing some runes of ascendance. I'm like, oh, let's see if we can get a red ring. First shot was a red ring. I think I would rather have not gotten this red ring, and I would have gotten the slam on Scales of Atera. Yeah, but I mean, hey, it's another red ring to add to the collection. I mean, we got to see what is better. Honestly, I think this Crystal Skull... Okay, we're losing out on 8 attunement. And we're going to have the same amount of intelligence, 16. We're losing out on elemental... Oh, shoot. We're losing out on elemental resistance. Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah, sure. But it already had elemental resistance on there. I know, right? We're going to get more cast speed. We're going to get the same. I think the main benefit to this is we get mana, which also does help us. Now, Fragment of the Enigma, this could be a possibility. I found a bunch of these with 2 LP. I found a ton of these. These could be a possibility. The thing is, they don't have base critical strike chance, which is what I need right now. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit more cast speed. It'll be more ward retention, and we'll have a chance to slow attackers. Right. Let's go to the idols. Well, I guess this is the best I got for right now. Oh, wait. So how much health did that cost me? Oh, a decent amount of health. Okay. But we got a Sirion with health. Okay, yeah, let's do the math real quick. Let's see. Do I still maintain Red Ring? I think so. Yeah. I can't really make too many more drastic changes. We got 186. I was well over 200, especially when I was rocking both Red Rings. Which I might have to go back to rocking 2 Red Rings if I want to push corruption with this.
Yes.
But yeah, a little bit more mana is never a bad thing. Yeah, like... So, what's my cast speed? So my cast speed is 100% versus 94%. But it's definitely, it's going to be less mana, which means less damage overall. Yeah, so we're going to use Crystal Skull for now. So yeah, if we can get a Crystal Skull with T7 cast speed, I think that'll be good. T7 cast speed on a Crystal Skull. And then the dream would be Scales of Atira with 6% critical strike chance. And I mean, I guess any cast speed would be fine with Scales. Any cast speed, but obviously 20% would be what you want. It's just, it's so incredibly hard. This is such a finicky item. If we could take care of our critical, if we could take care of our base crit, see, like Fragment, I wouldn't mind messing around with Fragment. If we can get our base crit high enough, you know, you put 2 points into, put 2 points into Conviction. That's like what, 4 points? That's 4% base crit that you can get. So you can do it with, you just lose 10% cast speed, which does add up. I could, wait, I could blame McFluffin. Why? What happened? Why are we blaming McFluffin? It's his item? Wait, the Scales of Atira, he designed it and he designed it this way? Yeah, guys, this is probably doing more. I think this is doing more damage than Machine Gun Smite. It's not as tanky, but this more damage. I mean, this is 3% more damage per stack of shock. Per stack of shock. Put a timer on it? Okay, dude. I don't know if we ever I'll put a timer on it, but I don't think we ever timed Machine Gun Smite near the end. I think at one point we were doing like what, 92%, but I think that was a couple days before we finished it. Like the build went through quite a metamorphosis before that. So let's just throw out there. Actually, at one point I think we were hitting 89%. I think I had 89 with Polaris melee, but were we using? I don't think we were using the belt. I don't think we were using the belt. All right. Immolator's Ablation. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. That's it. Yeah, that was with no belt. 86. All right, 86%, and let's run this again just to be sure. Maybe 87. Yeah, I do think I do think this is doing more than Machine Gun Smite though. Because we could also, yeah, so that was 86. Okay, ready, set, go. Well, and we also don't have the minus, we don't have the 36% critical strike multiplier reduction from Trinity of Flames. So yeah, I think this is doing more damage. Okay, there's definitely some user error here on my part. Yeah, there was definitely some user error. That's 87%. Yeah, this is way less. Like, even with double red rain, it's not enough. Double red rain's not enough I think the thing is, at this point, we would have to take this build in like the damage route. Like this has to be like the damage version of Smite, to where we could kill everything fast enough to be able to soak up a couple hits, but then, you know, if we kill everything that much faster. Yeah. Yeah, this is looking good. All right, guys, gonna go ahead and shut it down for tonight. Thank you so much for being here. If you're over here on Twitch, let's see, who do we got? Alex the Slacker. Sure, I'll send you over towards Alex the Slacker. Over here on Twitch. Okay, yeah, I got to get going for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be back again tomorrow. We're going to be doing more of this Lightning Smite build. I'm having a lot of good times with it. We're going to have to figure out a way to push corruption. Like, we can do 700, so we'll kick it up to 700 tomorrow. And then we got to farm out a few pieces of gear. A lot of slams tonight. So thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, you guys take care. Thank you for the kind words. All right, if you're over here on Twitch, say hi to Alex the Slacker. All right, YouTube, thanks for being here, guys. Thank you so much for the likes. I will be back again tomorrow. You guys keep rocking it. Peace out.